Hey guys, welcome back to Zeal Tarot. Today we have a picky card with messages from your guides. So there are 5 piles. This one's pile 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Please feel free to pause this video and meditate on the energy of these piles, see which one you're most called to. And I will see you at the timestamps below. Hey group 1. This is the pile with the black kyanite. So the overall energy for your reading, we have the Corsair, the Knight of Spirals. And this is about that fire energy, passion, creativity, that will and drive to pursue whatever it is that you are most passionate about. And he's a pirate, so it's exploring as well. Understanding our subconscious with that water. It's like a mix between fire and water, since he's on the ship visiting islands. So maybe not visiting, maybe doing whatever pirates do. And then first we have the 5 of Wands, more fire energy. This is that concentrated focus. See how they're all focusing their fire pearls in the same direction. This is having that drive. And with the 5 of Wands clarified by the 6 of Air, clarity, and the 3 of Cups, it's like having that inner vision, that clear thinking, balance between the fire, air, and water energies, that emotional, mental balance to pursue whatever it is that is deep in your soul. Clarity, and the 3 of Cups, so happiness, celebration, emotional fulfillment. And then next we have the Empress, and I love how it looks like these 5 mermen are like framing this Empress energy. It's like fertility and creativity, abundance, patience, and they're all like focusing on whatever it is that we would be harnessing, that we are harnessing. Having the patience to see through, to nurture this creativity inside of us. And know that, when the time is right, the time is right. And the Empress card is clarified by the 2 of Water, love, and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is that inner balance, that harmony within, when we are in our authenticity, when we are clear about what it is that really fulfills us, that new beginning, that stability. It's like stability in our emotions, clarity. And then next we have the Hierophant. So this is having that dedication and that structure. It's like she's learning from all of these books that she's surrounded by, learning from our past experiences, and remembering those lessons, having the structure and the discipline to maintain this focus so we don't burn out, so we can see this Empress energy to the completion of whatever it is that we are manifesting or change that we are bringing about. Having that discipline. It's like mental, emotional, and tangible, like material, physical discipline. To put in the work, to keep those intentions, and to not get deterred, to not get distracted. Even he has a telescope in his hand, maintaining that focus. And the Hierophant is clarified by the 2 of Air, inner peace, and 7 of Swords. So more of this to a water energy. It's like mental and emotional balance with the water and the air. And there's also water in this card, and how the two feathers are framing the moon. So this is that inner knowing, that intuition, that deep knowing. Seven of Swords, so dropping burdens, leaving whatever, doesn't align with this Empress manifestation energy. Leaving that, having that discipline to know that which thoughts are not serving this direction that you want to head in, or change that we're trying to bring. It seems like we're leaving something, whether it's a way of thinking or, a habit. And then next we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is sharing and appreciating our gifts, our blessings. Knowing, what we have, probably more than what we acknowledge sometimes. Sometimes we have a lot more resources, a lot more gifts and blessings around us that we just need to be open to, acknowledging. And how it looks like the sun, the sun is shining through the water, but it almost looks like a sun and a moon energy. See, we have this inner peace with the moon being framed. And then in this card, it's Venus, the star up here. But how it kind of looks like a moon, and it also is the sun because it's coming through the water. Or it could be the moon, actually. So this is more balance between, that fire, that will, that drive, and our inner knowing, and that patience. And we have the Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Father of Fire and the moon again. And I just noticed it's like a sun, and then we have the moon, of course. This is courage, will, dedication, that fire, that passion within us. And it's like we're tempering that with our intuition, with our inner knowing. It's like needing to share our gifts, share what we are most passionate about with, the world, to take action towards, what makes us very happy, or what we care about. And it can be anything. It's like creativity, though. Whatever we want to be creating, it's like we need to be creating that, or we are being encouraged to share that, to share our Ten of Pentacles, our gifts. And then next we have our fairy guide is Jihapya, and he is representing like imaginary fears, so our subconscious. And it's so interesting because we don't really have any cards like this other than the Seven of Swords, but the energy of him is permeating throughout. So it's as if there's kind of like a lingering voice maybe throughout this focus and Empress manifestation, throughout maintaining this discipline and knowing that, what we have to offer is worth offering, worth sharing. Because we are so whole inside. We always are. We just need to acknowledge that. But this is like lingering fears, subconscious doubts maybe, that just need to be aware of. Because once we bring awareness to them, that's the first step in healing, is to understand, what our lingering subconscious fears are. And we have your animal guide is the turtle, which is like one step at a time. This is that patience, the Hierophant. And how this Empress, she has like one hand down and then her other hand is up. It's the same as this turtle. There's like one hand down and the other hand is up. So that's really cool. This is that balance within. And then one step at a time. Okay, well, that is all I have for you guys. I hope that this helped, and take care. See you next time. Hey, Group 2. This is the pile with the red jasper. So the overall energy for your reading, we have the Watcher, the Queen of Mirrors. So this is about being grounded in our emotions, watching our emotions, like watching our thoughts, following our intuition with the moon in the background, and the owl as well. Clear sight. And then next we have Death. And this card is really interesting. It's like the mer people underneath the water are helping the animals, and the humans on the top are also helping the animals. So this is like an inner and an external change, whatever is happening. And Death is clarified by the moon and Seven of Wands in reverse. So it's as if even if there is no like forward movement at this time, or it doesn't seem like it, it's knowing that the change is happening inside will transform in your external. So like whatever is happening inside is also going to reflect on the outside. It's having that knowing. And the patience. And then next we have Justice. And in this image, how the scrolls are outweighing the sword. It's like the wisdom gained from this death process is more beneficial than that cutting through, taking action right now, because how the wave is crashing. It's like a cycle, and there's a certain point in which the wave starts to bend over, and it constantly happens. It's gaining that experience and knowing that the wave will break once this internal process, until we have healed from that, from whatever we are currently experiencing an ending of. And I love how there's also a wave breaking in this moon card. And then Justice is clarified by the Four of Fire, completion, and the Fool. So this is more of that ending energy, the transition, transformation, cleansing of like our internal thoughts, habits that no longer serve us. And the Fool is walking right into this completion. And then next we have the Fool again. And in this image, she is a mermaid that has grown legs and is walking out onto land for the first time. It's like she has everything she needs in this bag. She's just gonna take it, and it's all brand new world. So this is that death transformation. It's like coming to a balance between the internal and the external, how there are more people and humans on the top. And learning, gaining the wisdom from this experience. This wisdom card, the Justice. Same Fool energy. And then the Fool is clarified by the Father of Air and Justice again. That's that mental clarity, gaining the wisdom from your experiences, choosing your thoughts, choosing what we focus on. Clear sight, having that long-term vision. And then next we have the the Nine of Wands. And in this card, he is harvesting fire pearls. It's about maintaining that balance between harvesting that creative energy and completing the process. Like he's about to put it on that. It looks like a walking stick, similar as this one. A walking stick. And like another walking stick. This is like your transformation. And then the Nine of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Air, negative thinking, and the Queen of Pentacles. So this is being grounded in yourself, grounded in your emotions, your physical stability. Following that intuitive knowing. And not letting our thoughts sometimes get the best of us. It's like something to be aware of with this Nine of Wands. It's like the volcano is like erupting. To be aware of our negative thinking, if we have those tendencies, self-doubt, to find that stability within, receptivity, that nurturing energy. It's knowing that, this full energy, justice, that this movement is happening throughout this death process. Like even if it doesn't seem like a new beginning is coming or that, things in your situation are changing, it's having that internal knowing and not letting our thoughts get the best of us. Knowing that, if we are healing from like habits or thought patterns, that is part of this full energy, that it's like smudging, cleansing our energy from the inside and gaining that wisdom from the situation. And that's how this cycle will transition fully, and how we can be clear on, making that, it's like claiming our power, co-creating, not thinking that we are like victims of our circumstances. It's gaining the wisdom from our circumstances. And then next we have ecstasis. This is our fairy guide. So ecstasis is tapping into the energy of the void, that in between, that power of potential creativity where anything is possible. It kind of looks like a dragonfly as well. Mystical, like ethereal, intuitive energy. I love this card. It's like a valley, like some like deep valley. Oh, how the light is shining. Similar to this like deep valley where the fire is coming out of. It's like that is the fire that we can harness the potential of. We just have to keep our thoughts in check sometimes to get the best of us. And then our spider guide, we have our animal guide, we have the spider, or insect, I guess. And the spider is this like perfect, like every time the spider catches something, its web is damaged, but it's also like catching something. And that's just from the spider's perspective. So it's understanding the balance, understanding the power of manifestation and creativity also. Spiders are creative creators. And this web looks very similar to like the tree, the Watcher, Queen of Mirrors. And this is also grounded earth energy. So Queen of Pentacles, staying grounded within ourselves, staying balanced. Okay, well, that is all I have for you guys. I hope that this helps, and see you next time. Take care. Hey, Group 3. This is the pile with the Elite Shungite. So the overall energy for your reading, we have the Poet, the King of Scrolls. And this card in this spread is all about being in the moment. That balance between the mind and the heart, how he is not looking at his books, not looking at all of this information he has. He's just relaxed and like facing the artist, and how this rabbit is like about to jump. It's that moment. And then first we have the Six of Cups. And in this image, all of these mermaids are using these cups the way that they kind of want to. It's like they don't have any like conditioning about like what a cup is supposed to be used for, because they don't need cups. They are playing. It's having this playful, open-minded approach to our current situation, our current reality. It's creating our own story, in a way. They're using the cups however they want to. And with the Six of Cups clarified by the Daughter of Water and the Eight of Wands, this is that receptivity. That releasing, how she's just like staring straight at the artist, or looking straight at the artist, and just like gently releasing. It's similar to this like poet, how they have these like, he has these books, but he's not concerned with that. It's like in the moment, movement of this present moment, using your intuition. Again, this is like a leaping, like similar to this rabbit that's about to leap. Stillness as well, this inner stillness. And then next we have the Hangman, which is all about gaining a new perspective. How this merman, he's just kind of calmly there, and we don't know if he put himself in that net or he was caught. It's about appreciating, our situation for what it is. Not maybe what we were told, these cups are supposed to be used for. It's opening our mind, relaxing our preconceived notions, and allowing our own inner voice to move us forward. Or to just be, really. And then with the Hangman clarified by the Four of Water, abundance, and the Ten of Swords, this is needing to appreciate or to understand what resources we actually have available, and choosing what we want to focus on. If it's our inner abundance, or if it's any feelings of lack. Choosing our thoughts. Maybe not allowing the thoughts of others or society or what we have been taught to dictate how we actually feel. But finding that inner stability. And then with the Three of Cups, again, this is like similar mermaids. They're playing. They don't have a use for these teacups, but in this image, the mermaids are pretending, like imagining what it would be like to be like on land, having a tea party. So it's making up our own definition for the stories that we tell us. Like maybe not even a definition, but just creating our own story. And releasing the stories of others, releasing the stories that we've been telling ourselves maybe releasing the stories that we've been telling ourselves about our situation, and choosing to see our situation differently. With the Star in reverse and the Four of Wands clarifying this Three of Cups, it's finding inspiration in our present, So even if we feel like the Star is in reverse or the Ten of Swords is out here, it's seeing Hangman, seeing different ways of understanding that we are complete and we are abundant in ways that maybe we weren't acknowledging or recognizing before. Gaining that wisdom of this moment. Relaxing the need to have things go maybe a specific way. But appreciating this tea party just for it being a tea party. Not with all of the stories of the past projected onto this experience or worries about the future that we are bringing into our present moment, but just being in the present, knowing that all of the things that we have experienced in the past are part of our story, and it's the story that we tell us that determines, which direction we want to go in. And to know that we each have our own story as well. Like everybody has their own experiences, so to have that inner knowing, that inner stability, and not to be afraid to be different, not to be afraid to be using this cup in a way that maybe nobody else is using this cup. If she's using 2 cups and she's catching fish. So that's, we are all so different, and I think it's to appreciate the differences that we all have. And then next we have the Ten of Swords. So this is more of this ending energy. Ending of a cycle. Ending of a story. It's like his incarnation has ended, and this is his spirit, and he's starting a new chapter. So it's the ending of whatever story we've been telling ourselves, like turning the page in one of these books, being open to the abundance of the present moment. That we have more available than we might think we do. To use our intuition. And then the Ten of Swords is clarified by the Daughter of Air and the Six of Wands. So this is making that choice, and how this is like wind blowing, and she has like this wind blowing around her as well. Victory, Six of Wands and the Daughter of Air. So this is that transition into the Four of Wands and the Four of Water energy. Choosing to see our situation differently. And her eyes are closed as well. So that's that inner knowing. With the hawk in the background, the hawk behind her, higher vision. Seeing our situation from a higher view. Maybe seeing the larger story of our life. Like maybe this event or this period in our life is just one chapter. And our power is in the present. We can change our future by changing our perception now. Not denying this Ten of Swords energy, but it's understanding that maybe there are some times where we have been creating this Ten of Swords energy subconsciously from the stories that we've been telling ourselves about how things need to be done or things that we expect from ourselves. It's seeing our situation differently. Like shadow aspects, doubt, negative self-talk, and gaining wisdom from that, from those experiences that created this ending. And then your fairy guide, we have the Sage. So this is more of that wisdom of the present moment, wisdom from all of these Ten of Swords. Star in reverse. It's like a grounded wisdom as well. He's balanced in his like light and his dark, and one of his eyes, it's like he can see into the subconscious realms, the unconscious. Having that vision, that inner and external vision, understanding, our patterns, why we do the things that we do sometimes, if we are self-sabotaging, if we are expecting the worst. It's recognizing that aspect within us and making those small shifts one at a time in what we choose to focus on in any situation with this hangman energy. Because with this hangman, it's like we have two like contrasting, same with here, it's like two contrasting energies that we can focus on. And then your animal guide, we have the scorpion, which is all about that power, the present. That how they just do that strike and then that's the moment is over. But scorpions, they can also see at night. They're nocturnal. So it's that vision, that understanding of the subconscious. And that fire energy as well. Swans. And more wands. Actually, we have a lot of fire, but they seem very like peaceful fire because of this. The general art in this deck is pretty peaceful, but these are fire cards. Alright, well, that is all I have for you guys. I hope that this helped, and see you next time. Take care. Hey, Group 4. This is the pile with the Septarian. So the overall energy for your reading, we have the Muse, the Queen of Spirals. And this is about passion, expansion, growth, fire energy. And then next we have the Queen of Wands. So more fire energy. And in this card, it's Pele. So she is the goddess of creation, destruction, the primordial sea goddess. Understanding the flow, that with endings come beginnings, and beginnings come endings. Having courage. And then clarifying the Queen of Wands, we have the Medicine Woman and the Four of Cups. So this is needing to go within. And I love how she has like a river flowing through her. It's like being able to harness that inner flow through going within, through turning inwards, connecting with our intuition, our inner knowing. Like what it is we are passionate about. Opening up to the blessings already inside of us. And then next we have the King of Pentacles. And in this image, he is the god of the rivers, so a conduit. And rivers are created over many years through water flowing. Like water can cut through stone and create new landscapes. So this is about having the patience in whatever you are hoping to, or whatever you intend to manifest. So this is that creativity, that passion, that fire energy, and this is that stability, patience, the dedication, the hard work. Now he's balancing this coin on his fingers. It's like stability in your vision, stability in knowing who you are as well. With this Medicine Woman, the Four of Cups, going inwards so you can truly connect with your intuition and clarify your vision, clarify your manifestations and your intentions, aligning your actions with your thoughts to create that change. And then clarifying the King of Pentacles, we have the small medicine wheel and the Magician. So this is like the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel turning into a new cycle, manifesting a new cycle, but needing to take this time first to clarify this passion. Having that moment of stillness. And this is also High Priestess energy, the medicine woman. And then next we have the High Priestess again. And in this card specifically, it's about understanding that there is a give and take energetically. Again, that flow. It's like the work that we put in and the inner work, it will be reflected into our external reality. So to understand and to be dedicated to creating this change. It's similar to like how this bird is flying behind her. And then we have another bird that's flying. And then it's like the wings, it's like her cape, her clothing is like flying. It's flow actually. Wow. Like this flying flow. It's like, you know how birds know when to flap their wings and when to just coast on the air currents. It's that similar vibe with this flow. Even this card has flow. And then clarifying the High Priestess, we have the Ace of Air and the Sun. So this is that clear vision towards this new beginning, manifesting this sun with the wheel turning. Insight, mental clarity. It's like having the passion and putting in the effort, plus this mental, like, decisiveness. And the muse, so this is like inspiration. Drawing on your own inspiration. Your own vision, your personal vision. And then next we have the Lovers. And in this card, it's a mermaid and she's looking into, like, her mirror reflection is herself as a human. And it's as if we aren't yet in this new stage. It's like the wheel hasn't quite yet turned, but we can see it. It's having that balance, understanding that maybe we might be more in this King of Pentacles energy, slowly building and building and building, and not able to truly experience this creativity, this like destruction and rebirthing. We're still in the working phase, like the river hasn't yet been developed. How she's more in the water, like as an outsider's perspective, we're looking in. That's coming to this balance. And how they're looking directly, it's like two parts of ourselves coming into this Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles balance within ourselves. And clarifying the Lovers, we have the Eight of Fire, Insight, and the Ten of Cups. So this is more of this balance, that inner knowing, that Ace of Fire. And by having that, after we have gone within, to understand that things take time, that maybe the changes that we want are very big and it will take, some time, maybe much longer than we hope for. But to know that the inner work will be reflected in our external environment. And to have that knowing, to keep that knowing, to know that there's a give and a take. And that with every beginning is also an ending, and vice versa. To keep our inspiration throughout this. Because what we're working towards, like Sun, Ten of Cups, and we have the High Priestess twice. This is like something that we know. It's like a soul knowing. Just needing to remind ourselves by going within with this Four of Cups. Beautiful. And then, so our fairy guide, we have Tobira of the Waters. So I love how she's holding this water. It's just like streaming through her hands, similar to Pele has the water, or has the lava, the fire, streaming through her hands. It's that emotional flow, that connection with that intuitive side, with the High Priestess, our intuition. And she's just focused on that. Like there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of other fairies. But she's only focused on that. It's like turning in, away from distractions, away from, what others expect of us, what we let them expect from us. It's like following your own truth, having that clear truth, following that towards your sun. Being grounded in what it is you want this wheel to turn into, to turn forward to. And then for your animal guide, we have the crocodile, which is more of this water energy and patience, that vision. Crocodile. I love how you can just see that one eye. Really cool card. Okay, well, that is all I have for you guys. I hope that this helped, and see you next time. Take care. Hey, Group 5. This is the pile with the fluorite. So for your overall energy, we have Psyche, the world. And it's as if she has like butterfly wings and she's just transformed from a caterpillar to a butterfly, ready to take flight. And then next we have the moon. And this card is clarified by the Eight of Water, stagnation, and the world. So this is bringing awareness to any subconscious patterns, the vibration of these patterns that we are playing out unconsciously, and that's affecting our manifestation, whatever we wish to create. It's like we have a blocked energy flow, whether it's staying in certain habits or relationships or thought processes that really aren't that nourishing for us. But this is like moon energy, so this is all in our subconscious, the depths. Our internal thought processes. And then we have the Knight of Cups, and I love how he is staring into this cup, and it's like he's gaining a new perspective on himself. Beneath all the labels, beneath what he thought that he should be, maybe what other people thought that he should be. It's like seeing yourself from a new perspective, gaining this awareness of our subconscious beliefs, like things we might not even be aware of. Whether it be due to like fear, I guess it usually is due to fear, but admitting what we are truly concerned about, and understanding how by indulging in this pattern, it's affecting what we really wish to manifest, to experience with the world. And by gaining this new perspective, like seeing ourselves clearly, we have this medicine man star energy, So this is the Magician. And it's like our inner star, our inner truth, our inner knowing. Our heart is like glowing in this moon card. It's like our inner truth. Like, who are we deep inside? Who are we really? It's understanding that. And then next we have the Knight of Pentacles. And she's like looking in the same direction as the moon card is. So this is becoming grounded within ourselves, that inner stability, having patience with ourselves. It's like she's taking notes on all the things that she maybe did that weren't in her authenticity. Maybe if, we were trying to fit in, if we don't want to be alone, if we don't want to be, different. Where have we compromised our real values in order to, not experience that pain of separation? It's having patience with ourselves, understanding, this conflict that exists within each one of us to some degree. I think it's part of being human. And then the Knight of Pentacles is clarified by transformation, which is more of this death energy, this ending, rebirth, and the Page of Cups. So this is that patience. Patience throughout this transformation. And the Page of Cups. Offering yourself compassion. How she's looking away, looking into this cup. Same as this Knight of Cups is looking into this cup. It's like seeing your real worth as a human being. We're all worthy. And we're all whole. It's acknowledging that. And with the moon behind here as well. More of this intuition, this inner knowing. Taking time for yourself. And then next we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the wheel will be turning. The wheel is turning. If it's not already started turning. It's like once we become aware of this stagnation, maybe this inner conflict, knowing that we can experience what it is that, we wish to contribute to this world. We can create, we can co-create. And having patience for yourself. It's like once you offer yourself that space, then the wheel starts to turn. And the Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Seven of Water, Excess, and the High Priestess. So this is more of that intuition, that moon High Priestess energy. And with the Seven of Water, it is noticing that even though, these pots, they're no longer, holding water, we still have these two at the top. It's recognizing what is already with you. It's recognizing what you've lost, but also what you still have. It's that deep knowing like who you are as a person. Beneath all the labels, beneath the expectations, understanding what you really, really value. And staying true to that, staying true to your inner star, your inner compass. Being patient with yourself. We have the world, star, world, magician, transformation, High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune. It's crazy. There's so much great change. It seems like difficult change, but that's kind of the give and take, it seems. And then your fairy guide, we have the Singer of Transfiguration. So this is that transformation, that understanding of the stagnation, that conflict within, and giving ourselves time time to heal, that space-time compassion. It's like a glowing red butterfly or dragonfly. Looks kind of like the Psyche card, the red, orange. And then your animal guide is the stingray. So this actually looks very similar to the Singer of Transfiguration, the flying, and how the stingrays, they stay on the bottom of the ocean or in the sand when they're like hunting or when they're resting, and then so they blend in. I believe that they blend into the ocean floor, so they're like still, and you can see this like alignment. It's like being still while you are going through this transformation, the transfiguration, allowing your rebirth, this space to happen. And with this water energy as well, more of that intuition in the cups. Because you're coming into alignment, and it's like your external reality will start to reflect that inner alignment. But now is the time to be still for yourself. Self-care, self-love, appreciation for, whatever it is that you have accomplished and what you hope to accomplish as well, that vision, having that patience with your healing, patience with your vision, and knowing that you are worthy. Like, you can do this, you can create this. There are so many cards that support that. And even if there weren't cards, you can still do it. But, alright, that's all I have for you guys. I hope that this helped, and see you next time. Take care.